Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, yes, you've guessed it, we are fitting the hood to the 110. Well, the frame's on, so now we're going to have to look at fitting the fixtures that actually clip and hold the canvas on the vehicle and on the frame. So the first thing we're going to do is mount this rail. It's a clamp rail and that goes on top of our windscreen. And you can see we've already got some very nice holes in it, but are they going to line up with our channel? Looks like we're in luck. Obviously, when you order these, you do order the clamps in pre or post TD5. I think we're going to have to mount that over the top, so we are going to have to squash it down a bit. Right, I think we're going to be very lucky because we've got a hinged windscreen. I've managed to loosen those bolts at the front of the fins, and then also the hinge retaining bolt down below. So we can now move this forwards, get our bar on, and it should everything be in the right place. If you haven't got an adjustable front windscreen, this is going to be a lot harder. Now we could do all of them, but I'm only going to do, you only get 4 bolts, so I'm going to do the inner 2 and the outer 2. Now thinking about it, the only thing missing actually on our rail is a water seal. We don't have any kind of water seal on there, so water is probably going to push its way underneath that rail and in through here. So we probably ought to fit some sort of gasket that runs all the way on the top. Now I'm not going to put the gasket on now because we are going to be painting the vehicle, as I said before, so it's all got to come apart. I don't want to put a gasket on there and then have to peel it all off and everything. So all I'm saying is if you're doing this on your vehicle and you're not painting it and this is the final fix, you need to get yourself some gasket trim, a bit like the foam gasket trim that we've used on the seat box lids and the panels and that YRM do, and I'll put a link in the description below and you'll see what I mean. But that would be the perfect stuff just to keep the water out from underneath that frame, header, rail and the windscreen. So we've had to line everything up and it's pushed the top of the windscreen out. And as we come down, you can see the gap gets smaller. It's only, you know, minuscule, but it does bother me, and I'm sure it would bother you. But I think there's something we can do. If you just look here, you can see that the windscreen is actually set closer to the door there. And so when we take everything apart and we rebuild it after paint, what I might do is actually put some gaskets underneath this face of the hinge. What that's going to do is move the hinge out. That's going to bring this piece out, so that'll be more level with there. That'll increase the gap there, and it should be even then all the way down. So it'll be slightly bigger than it should be, but at least it'll be even. So there's always something you can do to get it looking right. We have got the frame on, the header rails on. We're now ready to fit the canvas. Now it's got buckles on it and zips and all sorts, so don't be throwing it on your bonnet because you're going to scratch stuff, if you care about your bonnet, that is. Okay, this is the back of it, yeah? So you're gonna lift this up and drag it over the top. If you feel any resistance, just stop in case something's got snagged on something and just give me a shout. Okay, stop there. Great. I'll just pull it a little bit. That's it. Now I've got to tuck it in. So, because I'm small, it just goes over that corner. We've got it hooked over there. Reese has got that hooked over there already, which is great. We get it pulled in. And there's a little line in there. If you just line it up with your mirror on your windscreen. Good. That's a really nice fit in there. What a great idea. That fat tube just sits straight in there. Right. Looking good. A couple of things. It's coming up short. So the canvas is coming up a little bit too short, look. That hoop should be inside there. Effectively, what we may have to do to make it fit better is make this whole back section shorter. We can do that with 2 things. We could move these forward, although looking at that, it's actually already quite far forward in the slot, so I don't think that's going to move any far forward that way. But we have got loads there, look. I say loads, there's probably 10 mil. So we can move that, we'll do that now and see if that gives us any more. Now, if you remember before, we used the ratchet strap, and I'm going to do that again, and this time I'm going to pull it as tight as I can against this bar. Okay, I can feel it's pulled through. Right, that has pulled everything further forward. Now, throughout the vehicle, you've got these cam straps, and what we do is we pull those towards the front screen, and we've got these hooks. So we're going to hook this onto the header rail, and then we're going to use it to give ourselves tension. So over the top there. So what this is doing is it's eliminating the slack as we go back. So pull down on there and then get it nice and tight. Tie it back on itself so it can't slip. It shouldn't do. Now we've got some more pullage, if you like, at the back. We're going to be using these ones and these cams. Again, these go on the inside and clip on the inside of our capping. So make sure your capping's firmly attached. Look how we have put some rivets in that one. And again, just pull it back and tighten. Right, we can lose this, I hope. These sides need to come down, and these tuck in behind that channel that we put in before. And if we've not got it right, which you've only just got it right, that is not going to fit. We'll pull this down. That is such a nice touch. That never looked as good on the old canvas. There's no way you could make that any better. Well done, Exmoor Trim, that is perfect. So initially when I saw the sides here, I was a bit worried that these were going to drop down too low, but the way it works is it actually folds and tucks underneath this bar. So this hard plastic piece actually rolls underneath, and that's where it sits. So this is why it's important to get your hood on first, so you can work out the best place to put that bar, because you want it to be nice and tight. Now, if we look there, you can see we need to give ourselves enough of a gap above that curve to be able to tuck the material in. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think if we just give ourselves, say, 5 mil from that crease, I'm going to mark the tops because I think that'll be easier. There we go. Now we should be able to get our canvas out of the way, and we've got our marks. So what I'm going to do is set that on there, lined up, and we'll get that riveted on. I was going to say that you might not want to watch this bit because it could be really boring, but actually I think it's going to be really riveting. Do you get it? Watch the bounce back on your paintwork when you're doing this. Of a third pinch, so third one do half a pinch, then this one pull away, like that. Pull back, there we go. See, I told you it was riveting. So, moment of truth. It's going to be tight, but it's supposed to be, isn't it? Isn't that the whole point? Oh, wow. Look at that. Now that is a lovely, lovely finish. Right on the line there, look. So at the back, you get a shorter strip. And the idea is it would go all the way along and you get the zip done all the way along. But our little wheel carrier bracket's in the way. So it's not a problem. All we need to do is just cut this shorter and just have a smaller piece on there. And that's still going to clip into this piece, because when it's rolled over and under, it sits perfectly at the right height. So I'm pretty sure we'll just chop the end of that off and we're good to go. Because that has sat right where the capping is, could have done it a bit lower, but if I just pull it out a little bit. Should clip on a bit easier. I'm going to cut here, but only up to that stitch line. There we go. There we are. Nice. Okay. Happy with that. That sits in nicely. We are on to the last piece. So we've got this channel here. It's a C channel, which goes onto the actual canvas itself. And you can see in there where it locates. So we've fitted the retainer on both sides. You've got one on the top of the capping there, and we've got one here. And then just really simple, this bar just locates into it, and you can literally just pop it on and it clips in. And then you've got the rubber seal, and you can see it's such a nice fit, look. It just sits perfectly above there. And I guess really that's probably for fumes more than water. So guys, if you're thinking of getting something like this, if you're thinking of getting one of these 5-door conversion kits for your own 110, now is definitely the time to do it, because LR Parts are going to be doing these at 5% off. So that's going to save you about 250 quid, which is quite a big discount for such a big purchase. So get yourselves over to lrparts.net. There's a link below. You can just click the link, go straight to the site, and you'll see they're 5% off at the moment. That isn't going to last forever, so do check it out now. Well guys, that's the end of the episode. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the 110 in the outdoors, getting some views from the drone, and just enjoyed watching the whole process of getting that canvas on. Now, we're not finished by any stretch. We've still got a load of stuff to do to this Land Rover. We're going to be doing the interior a bit more. We've got to do more to the bodywork. We've got suspension to do. We've got the paint to do. It's just never ending. So we've got months and months of more work on this. But for now, I'm going to enjoy the soft top. Now the summer's finally arrived, I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. So thanks very much for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next one.